Shalom, Yasharallah. First and foremost, we give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and teachers and leaders and all elders for the bring for this 100% truth that have been currently edified under, especially including my elders, Matasabatz and Brother Abanaya. Well, right, my mom. Anyways, so this lesson today is going to be dealing with the mark of the beast, simply because our government has confirmed long ago, but is now pushing more than ever to bring forth the cashless society. And we know, wait, now I say it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. If it didn't play, I'll just do it over. And we know what that means, right? So let me get into this lesson. So all right. No, let me go into this one first.
Planning to introduce a global digital. Well, the United Nations is planning to introduce.
If you remember this video was played at least a few months ago, probably a little bit longer, honestly speaking. I think it's one of the videos I used in my short video. I guess you could call it a slideshow if you wanted, but yeah, so just going to reiterate because of what is really taking place at this point in time. So let's get into it.
A global digital ID system that is linked to individuals' bank accounts. They released a brief titled "A Global Digital Compact Reforms to the International Financial Architecture and the Future of Outer Space Governance." In the brief, it reads, "Digital IDs linked with bank or mobile money accounts can improve the delivery of social protection coverage and serve to better reach eligible beneficiaries. Digital technologies may help to reduce leakage errors and costs in the design of social protection programs."
Right.
So basically,
let's stop right there, because the video which we get here was a little bit disturbing, right? Let you go and take a little read, let you go into the precepts, and then we'll continue on. Of course, this I don't know what it's playing for. Alright, so when you go into Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 1 to 3, it says, "I stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will watch to see what he will see, what will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." Now, when you go into verse 2, it says, "And Yahweh answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it." Because this here, which I've given you all, is a true warning. And a sincere and true warning. I'm telling you all, not much people are going to get this. But at the end of the day, I still have to do my due diligence to bring this out because of what's going to take place in our country soon, right? Not just the world, but dealing how it coming into our country that quickly. Something that is need to be addressed. I'm not going to stand here and not let people know the truth. I think many of the Akiams and Akwats have been doing that, especially my beloved brother Banaya, who he has done almost 5 videos on Charagma reminding people. Understand? So, yeah, it reached to this. So it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will tarry no more, or it will not tarry, meaning it will come to pass. And I can play this video for y'all, just so you could see what I'm talking about, so you could get a little understanding.
Hey y'all, look how.
Greetings. Let us take a short amount of time to go through a local article piece. Because if you did, you wouldn't be in the dark that the leader of your country is preparing for a cashless society.
Yep, because here what it says here, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, which is our Prime Minister, well, not our, the country's Prime Minister, right, is correct in saying that becoming a cashless society will bring significant advantages to Trinidad and Tobago, where I reside. So, and he has not said this once. This at least is the 5th time. And when you look at the situation, he has been preparing the country to move into that cashless society. Because looking back into it, I believe it was a few months ago, no, a year ago, they were speaking about cryptocurrency and cryptocurrency investments through the banking systems, right? Now that is a red flag, because how are you going to, I mean, that's one of the ways, aside from using your credit card, or let's say, how are you going to receive sources of income if the cash is going to be nullified or removed from the system, to be exact, in the form of a digital currency? And the only, and as far as we know, digital currency are crypto. So it kind of adding up. Like,
Stands on the justification that it would probably, possibly, inevitably be a tremendous thing to have the cashless society for Trinidad and Tobago. And based on the list and the factors listed by one, the leader of your country, here is the justification. The cashless society for TNT will increase the security, reduce criminal.
Now, I want you all to understand this. This, which is being said here. Now, I don't want to shed too much light into this, because I might they might come for me for this. But for the past few months, there has been organized crime paid by, I ain't gonna say the rest, but you all should know, paid by the authorities. That's all I could say. It has been proven, because many people who were involved in said crimes had no contact with these people before, number one. Number two, it was people from other cities. There was literally random acts of crimes. A good example, the GTA 5 scenario, which I spoke to Abinaya about. Let me show this to you all one time. Random acts of crimes. Let's give you a quick example. No, I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble. I just want to make sure and shed the light on this one. Oh, I want to read this for you. I want to read this for you. We're going to go through it. It is alleged that a man entered an insurance company building, shot a woman twice in the waiting room area. He then ran out, stopped a vehicle, unalived the driver of the vehicle, and escaped with the vehicle. Now, if this ain't an organized crime, like there's one in Seaport, Slovakia. There was a drive-by where multiple people got wounded, one got unalive. Guess what? Neither they that were injured had nothing to do with what took place. They just got unalive for being unalived. I would say it in a proper understanding, Yahweh got rid of them. Their time was up. So these organized crime that is taking place right now, matter of fact, there's another video. I ain't gonna share light on that one because that one might get me in trouble, definitely. So let me come up with this one for now. If right, good. And there's come out. There's a recent crime where a soldier put on clothes to look like a burglar and went and robbed a person. And this person, a business person, he now went to make a report, and he saw the soldier, exact same person that robbed him, in a soldier uniform in the police station. I ain't say no more. But we seeing the events of organized crime, and they want a more protected society, as well as cyber attacks. There has been multiple cyber attacks shown, which we could see right here. You see, the increasing complexity of cyber criminals has, I mean, it's right, like, come on. Where's the main, I'm trying to get to the main page. Hold on. Actually, that has another need for, and I thought I had the link here. Anyways, let's read into it. All right. Has another need for proactive and evolved response by this country's cyber professionals, as what TNT is currently witnessing, right, is effectively a cybersecurity arms race. So, and they are planning to do something about it. Now, this, to me, is also a red flag to go into the blackout, to be exact. Everything that they are doing is following the agendas to what? To shut the system down, reset the system, and implement the MOTB. No, I ain't talking no food. I like directly into it what the MOTB really is. When you go into, what you do here, Revelation chapter 13, you know that, but let's get straight to the point. Of course, it says, and this particular precept is dealing with all people, to be exact. As he said, he calls all, both small and great. And when you go into that word, small and great, we'll be going through the things for a while. Small, same as small, small and great. And as you go into it, it says, right? Well, firstly,
Strong's G 3398, Mikras.
Right, so it says, small, little, of size, hence of stature, of length, right, of space, of age, less by birth, younger, and when you go for of time, short, brief, a little, while how little. And then it says quantity, number, amount. Then it says of rank or influence. So small, of rank or influence, is speaking about the low class, or let's say people that doesn't have a small rank or doesn't have a big rank or status, like a regular person, 9 to 5 personnel, right, to be exact. And even tiny or small business owners as well, to be exact. So there are people it's speaking about, because when you go into great, guess what it says? The exact opposite, but the same concept. It says great, of the external form or sensible appearance of things or of persons, right? When you go further, I'm gonna get the transliteration. I forget.
Strong's G 3173, Megas.
Right. And when you the point really is as I go down, which is in, it says predicted of rank or belonging to persons, you see, eminent for ability, virtue, authority, and or power, dealing with your rank system, or let's say your how to put it, somebody of high status, so, or stature to be exact, which, as we know, in many countries are government or people of high authority. So then when you go further, and all this information is given through my elders, which is Brother Abaniah and Brother Matazabat. They both have amazing breakdowns. Matazabat has literally, I have to say, as far as I have recalled, over 7 or 8 videos. I haven't gone back to 3 years ago, so I wouldn't be the furthest have reached was at least a year and a half going into these videos. Trust me, the breakdowns are there. Y'all can get edified. His YouTube is Tribe of Judah Awaken 144, and Brother Abaniah YouTube is Hopeful Elect. All right, so let's get this. Like continue. Rich, well, which is self-explanatory, or poor, right? Meaning when I go into the words, rich or poor, when I go into it means just to give a clearance or understanding. Wealthy, abounding in material resources, right? And which dealing with a rich person, to be exact. And well, let me get I forget again. Let me take my time.
Strong's G 4145 Plusias. Plusias.
With the understanding meanings are a very rich person, right? And when you go into the porno,
Strong's G 4434 Tojas.
Right.
Tojas.
It says reduced to begging, asking alms, right? Destitute of wealth, influence, possession, and honor. So, with our understanding, it says, well, we know that it's dealing with the poor and the needy. So it doesn't matter how rich you are, because as far as we understand, people who are high status, high authority, and who are rich usually would tend to get away from things that they implement in the country. But at this point in time, they don't care about that. It doesn't matter who you be. When they implement this, everyone, whether it be country, in the cities, have to take it. You could have $1 billion. You can't pay them off from taking that mark. That is reality. Just to put that there for you all. Now let's go into the bond nor free. Right? Bond literally, well, free means doesn't matter. Well, bond of free, that means doesn't matter if you're in prison, or you're held captive, or you're not unrestrained. You understand where I'm coming from? Or not bound by the standards or laws or legislations dealing with you do something incorrect and they put you send into prison. So it's either, it doesn't matter if you're free or you have enough money, like I say, to make you a free man or not. They are coming to give you that chip. And now we could go and deal with the mark, right? Because now we could read this down and deal the mark. It says, and he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. So now let's deal with the mark now. Just for we to have a clear understanding, let's get into that word, the mark, right? And firstly,
Strong's G 5480. Charagma. Charagma.
Well, he said Charagma. Wow, that time went already. Charagma. And I say Charagma. So, so when you go into the outline of biblical usage, it says a stamp or an imprint. It says of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Right? Now, when you further down, go into it, it says, right, the mark branded upon a horse, which is an example. The carved sculpture of graven work of idolatrous images. Right? So, when you go down, it says, into the strong definition, it says, Charagma, which is from the same as G5482. And it says, a scratch or etching. Stamp, here it says, stamp as a badge of servitude. Right? Or sculpture figure, a statue, a graven image, but dealing with the badge of servitude, a scratch or etching. So now we could kind of get some clear understanding of this, right? Now, before we go on into the 17 and 18, right? Let me get a little understanding of that scratch. A matter of fact, yeah, let me get a little understanding of the etching or the scratch or etching or the understanding of it, right? Because when you go into, which I have screenshot here, I think it's this one. This was a video that was done before by Matazabats, I think, rebuking Bishop Nate. I think it was at least 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I can't remember how much time really and truly. And when he pulled this out, I couldn't get this out of my phone, so I took a screenshot since back then and added to a list. I added to a file, which is the name, which names, as you see, the mark of the beast. So the information is there that I pulled. So again, you can get this information from Tribe of Judah, Awaken 144. So it says, to receive a mark in the right hand and the forehead. It says the word here renders mark, which is charagma, right? Now, let's go down into the important information. Right. It says in the first part, a graving, a sculpture, sculpt work as an image or idols. Point 2, a mark cut in or stamped as the stamp in on a coin. And here it says, this is the point here, apply to people. Now we know it's dealing with the RFID chip. How do we know that? Because right now they have already implemented it in many places of the world. As well, even before that, they used to be chipping animals, especially dogs, to make sure that if they happen to run away or run off, they can find them. Now listen to what this says. This is how you know, if you have that spirit to understand, this is how you know it's dealing with that. The RFID chip, radio frequency ID, right? Surveillance under your skin. So let's get into it. Applied to people, it was used to denote some stamp or mark on the hand or elsewhere, as in the case of a servant on whose hand or arm the name of the master was impressed. You hear that? Now listen to this. Or of a soldier on whom some mark was impressed, denoting the company. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry about that. To blow my nose. The mucus on the morning just be rushing out. So, anyways, let me go back. It says, right, denoting the company or phalanx, right, phalanx to which he belonged. It says it was no uncommon thing to mark slaves or soldiers in this way, and the design was either to denote their ownership or rank, or to prevent their escape so as to not be detected. So again, the animals that Esau Edom tend to chip. Now we see this happening very common. It's literally commonly known. And I'm in the Caribbean and I know this. So y'all don't have no excuse. Right? When their animal runs away, what do they do to find that animal back when that animal is chipped? They looked on their phone, press that GPS system, and locate where their animal is at through the what? Radio, the RFID chip. It directly tells you where they are, what household they are, what area in the city or country they would be. And when you go into that word mark, right, just to give you all a rough understanding, because I did this again in the video. Let me see if I can find that. I think I have it here. Yeah, this video. I'm sure you all probably recognize this video.
All you need is a credit card.
Understand? I did this in this video, and I kind of showed when looking up that word, which I'm going to show you all here. I don't want to go too much in the video because you all can just watch it on YouTube. Anyways, when it go into the word mark, it says a small area on a surface having a different color from the surrounding, typically one caused by damage or dirt. And now when you go further, it says right into the synonyms, right? It says, as you go down, simply a scratch, an imprint, impressed, which we read in the precepts. Now, when you go further, you would see it mark what? Chip. How do they know that? Of course, they know that. When you go further, it says incision. Now, I want to blow your minds on something, right? Probably something that's common that we probably would know, but those who are new probably would need to connect the dots. When you go into, which you go and read here now, aside from this here, right? When you go into, as you reading further, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. And with that understanding, we know that you will be removed from society. If you choose not to take the mark, you would no longer be participating in society. Meaning, you're hungry, you can't go on the road to buy no doubles. Okay, no trade that is doubles freaks. You can't go on the road to buy no doubles. You have no current, you have no water supply, you have nothing. Your money is nothing. You can't buy anything. Because guess what? They implement the system. And you choosing not to take the mark, you will be X'd out from society. And it says, or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now we will get to that beast part after. Right now I like what I'm seeing here, so I'll go in and get into it. Right? So the thing is, this one is either or, honestly speaking. Let me go into the definition of the word mark. Who knows? You probably have it in the wrong one. But let me check. It's good to check. Same thing. Now, I want to go into this one. It says, and here is wisdom. It says, let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Now, when you go into, if I find it here, I believe it's this one. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. When they go into it, no, not wrong one. When they go, I'm gonna come back out. I went into the wrong one. When they go into it, it comes into this. It says what? A pail, a stake, and a palisade, right? And with that understanding, it's directly deal with a pointy object, because when they go down, it says what? Well, are you going to the Carax?
Strong's G 5482. Charax.
Okay, yeah.
Charax.
My bad. I say Carax. And obviously, Carax. Whew. That really time with tongue. Charax. Anyways, it is what it is. I'll try. It says to sharpen to a point, right? And here we hear the word again, scratching, right? A stake, by implication, a palisade or a rampart, right? A military mount for circumvallation in the siege trench, which in understanding a sharp pointed object, right? So, when you go into, let me get the video here real quick to give an understanding of that sharp pointed object. Where it is? No, I have it up here. I have it on my WhatsApp. Right. Now, we see it marked incision here, right? I just want to make sure we keep that word on the wraps, incision, right? We'll go into that part just now. Right. Come out of this. Look at this video.
First, what this microchip looks like. It is about the size of a grain of basmati rice. So Patrick here is the CEO. Andy is a licensed body piercer, so let it rip. We're going to see this now. I can't look. I can't look. Needle is in. Chip is in. Not very much blood at all. Patrick, how'd it feel?
Vision. You see? Inserting it in. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just where it is. When you really look into it, it's talking about putting something in your body, your hand or your head, to be exact, in order to what? Allow the system to rule over you, to put it into proper terms, and to put it into simple terms for simpletons to draw to it, which I advise you not to, so that you can scan your hand.
Now that's just signing up, so you gotta pay. So if you want to pay with that,
See that?
pop your
You see
call
the
over
icon
there.
there? What's that? What the icon showing you? Yes, pass your hand on the top, it scans, the tick comes up, and guess what? You paid for your item. This is the purpose.
And voila.
Right palm.
So this is
Because when you go into the scriptures, going back in the scriptures, it says what? Right? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take my time. Right. It's taking a little long to load. It says, and he caused both small and great, free and bound, rich and poor, free and bound, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So you see? So that's just where it is. You can't get behind that, you know? Like, it's plain as day. So going back into that now, we could go into even reach. We could go into even go into more, which dealing with the, I think I could find it. Let me get it. It was right here, I believe. I'll keep coming out of it. I keep pressing back. Right. Dealing with, I think I could find him here then. Let's see if you can get him here. If he's not here, I will find him somewhere else. It is what it is. Alright. All right. So I'm not looked up and I can't remember where it was. So how I do my due diligence. Right. So I've gone back into the mark, which dealing with the Charagma, right? Sorry about that. But you're recording right. Which when you go into, I'm raise this volume back up. Which when you go into the root word etymology and then press enter it, it gives you harax, right? And I believe coming down here now, I have a little information here, which again that I had on WhatsApp that I screenshot. And it says, right, dealing with the mark, the same blue letter, it says, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, it says, slaves and soldiers, which we dealt with in this particular one, right? Revelation 3 and 16 dealing with it, as you can see here. So again, it says what? Slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their masters or commanders, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies, right, to indicate what master or general they belong to, right? And it continues to say, and there were even some devotees, right, who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their powers or of their gods, right, to be exact. And this would make sense because this has been going along for a while now. This is not new. The only thing new is implementing the RFID chip, which is a technology into you. But back then, it is something that is very common, right? Over a period of time, these nations who claim to be powerful, right, tend to get the people to do that. Now, when you go into, let me go into this. So what I had put and made mention is with proper understanding, and it says what I said is what I wrote down is, if you indeed take that mark, you will be denouncing Yahweh to no longer be your power. And this is for the children of Yahshua, to be exact. I said nobody else. This is for the children of Yahshua. So you are denouncing Yahweh to be your power, but accepting the beast man who is Esau Edom to be your master. Right? And with that understanding, if y'all still choose, at this point, it's up for Yahweh to either cover you or remove you from that, or make you take it. If you take that mark, as saying as it is, your ass is grass. Straight up. Ain't no coming back from that one. If you take the mark, your ass is grass. Very simple. Right? Because, so now let's go into, that is your warning. Don't take the mark. If you take the mark, your ass is grass. Anyways, I don't want to say no. I don't want to make it more rough, so I would say it like that. You'll have an understanding, of course. Well, you're going to 14 now. Right. And the reason for making the beast man known correctly, aside from the characteristics of Esau, Matazabats, when you get a chance, you could go into the breakdowns of Revelation chapter 13, part 1 and 2. He broke that down so perfectly and add historical facts and truths to compare with the scriptures to give you a proper understanding. So if you all want to really understand this whole shebang, all you all have to do is go into the breakdowns and listen, learn, take down the points, you understand? If you want to take it on the website and go and read it yourself to get clarification and edification, right? So let's continue. It says, when you go into 14 and verses 9, again, straight to the point. I done passed it already. It says, right? And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, who was the beast? NATO and the EU, who was birthed from the ancient Roman Empire to be exact. But as for now, the organization which dealing with NATO and the EU, and the image with understanding, because it says, and his image, and here the scripture says, if any man worship the beast and his image, not, okay, one or it doesn't matter. If you choose to worship any of this or receive the mark, that is it, the ass is grass. Let's continue. And his image, dealing with the legislations, the laws, and the judicial systems, the practices, or like we call it customs, and the philosophies, the governmental system to be exact, on the whole, those are dealing with the image, right? And when you go further, it says, and received his mark in his forehead or in his hand, which as we know as the RFID chip, which I'm going to show you all here if I have it. I think it have it in yeah, I have it here. I'm going to show you all a picture of what it's supposed to be looking like. It's as they say, it's like a microchip. See that right there? Something similar to this. I think the brothers have what it actually looks like. I'm trying to find it, but I can't remember if I save it. That's probably basically it. As it says, it's a smaller rice grain that is a little bigger than a rice grain. But it's a rice. It's almost a rice grain to be exact. But this is, you gotta understand, it's the RFID chip. That is the mark of the beast to be exact. And I'm making it plain because the scripture say, write the vision and make it plain. So I'm warning you plainly, right? Do not take that chip, please. I can't force you, but don't take it, please. Okay? So, because when you take it, in reality, you are now plugged in to the system, which means they now own you. When you have that, they really own you. Which means whatever you do, because it's a surveillance under the skin, whatever you do, guess what? Let's see if I get that video. I think is it this one?
Through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's, where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Yeah, well, now we don't have it operational because this was a while ago. So, yeah, that is basically what it really is about. Right? Because watch this, okay, let me come back into this. Let me put you all on a little something for you to understand, right? Because the way how I did it so for a purpose. Because this is what they're trying to implement, right? We know that.
And there it is, you can pay with your palm. What they are trying to
palm, right hand or hand and forehead according to the scriptures, right? And then put in this
first what this microchip looks like. It is you're still conscious. Yeah.
I was a little hesitant at first, but
literally
I get my wisdom. Let it all, Patrick. How'd it feel? Better than get my wisdom teeth out. Okay, you're still conscious. Yeah, great. Well, listen.
Chipped, right? No problem. Now when you go further down.
Very controversial new Whole Foods in Washington, D.C. You have to scan to check in, you have to scan to check out, you have to scan to leave the checkout, and then you have to scan to leave the store.
Whole Foods is trailblazing the way for the new 15-minute city. In the next few years, they want all shopping, all trade, all grocery stores to be automated. No more cashiers. They want everything to be controlled by AI. You have to scan to get through the door, to pay, to leave. It's all going to be based upon a digital passport, which will be based on your digital credit score. Your social credit score too low? No food for you. No water for you. No gas for you. No travel for you. There will be no people to protest. There will be nothing to revolutionize against, because this will all be automated by AI. This is the...
So you all hear it yourselves. So you all could see that the elders were indeed correct, which means the elders of GMS, which means because there are people that saying the mark of the beast is your phone. It's it's also they scan your phone. It's because everybody has the phone and it listens to and all that extra nonsense. It also deals with people were saying that the mark of the beast is the card that they use to purchase the credit card, but they will have one unique for everything, which when you go into, right, it still kind of sounds a little bit iffy. I think I'm gonna go into it. Right. Which this is something I took from Matazabat on his page, as you can see, Tribe of Judah. I promoted him one time. Tribe of Judah Awaken 144. And it says, even your top scholars, the top biblical scholars, knows the MOTB is an RFID chip. It goes on to say, reject the Savior and point, and it says, well, let's go to the point. As we discussed in earlier chapter, these foul and loathsome sores could be the result of an angel, well, simultaneously popping the lithium batteries in that powers the womb to tomb. It says microchip implant under the skin of all those marked by the beast, right? And the second part, which we're dealing with, because they plan to make this into a real thing, it says, right, you will soon see many commercials encouraging people to minimize their plastics and consolidate into one card. And then from that, it is very probable that this process will go from the smart card to the personal implant. Correct, because there are already people scanning their hands to purchase items. We are seeing it. So, I mean, the scriptures made it plain. And guess what? Like I said, the elders of GMS camp were indeed 100% correct about the MOTB being the RFID chip, which means they have that 100% truth. Because everything they have said and stand for would have been coming out of the scriptures, matching it with what? Historical understanding and events that is taking place, right? So y'all, other groups who want to say otherwise, I would say this. Right now, y'all in the wrong group. And if y'all don't see that, then y'all can't be helped. It means Yahweh had literally put the eyes that you cannot see. Eyes for you that you may not be able to see that. So, I'll go back into this. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go back into this one. Alright, so go back up. Right. Let me go into my right. Let me go back into my videos. Because when you watch the situation, there are many people already purchasing, right? Even Fox News has had that information about the chip. So like after that, you gotta hold on a little bit. Anyways, so sorry about that. So when you watch many of the videos, TikTok had it flowing right through. Digital wallet, where it is, in your hand. You can't pass that. It's showing all over the place. And honestly speaking, Amazon, which were the people who had kind of implemented, funded,
just like you, she uses lots of different cards
video at least 2-3 years old. 2 years old, I believe.
And IDs to get through her day. What if all Zoe needed was herself? Introducing Amazon One, a free service that lets you use your palm to quickly pay for things, gain access, earn rewards, and more. Let's say you're grabbing your favorite coffee beverage, or heading into the office, or checking out. Just hover your palm and you're on your way. It's as easy as that. Sign up is free and takes less than a minute. All you need is a credit card, your phone number.
And I wanna directly show you all who they're targeting. Look at that.
Sign up is free.
What she looks like, a Jake, right? Look at who they're targeting. Look at who they're using. Anyways.
And takes less than a minute. All you need is a credit card, your phone number, and your palm. That's it. Since your palm is unique and can't be lost or misplaced, you can get things done quickly and securely. And with more experiences on the way, Amazon One will help you get even more done, simply by being you.
Now watch this, eh? Watch this, eh? Let me make sure and put that in effect again. Like watch this. Like go into it again. Let me see if I have a video. Yeah, there's supposed to be a video here. Let me get. Is it this one? It could be.
Freeze at every Whole Foods in the U.S. with just a swipe of your hand.
No, not this one. Not this one. Coincidence? No such thing. So people, this is indeed a stern warning. Do not take the chip. Alright? To the children of Yasharala, try. Ask Yahweh to grow your faith in him and continuously rehearse your righteous acts and keep growing that faith in him. Keep having faith, keep trusting his word, keep doing exactly what he says through faith. Not through just wanting to do works, through faith. Right? And I know there are many Jakes who are not going to receive it because we know that they love the world. They want this world to flourish and to prosper. And what the scripture say about that? Let's get into that one time. Right? I know I bring this preach out so much time, but I'm going to bring it out again just because I want you to hear it. For those who want to say the world had to continue, yes, it had to continue without this system. Let it continue. It says, do not love the world. The scriptures say, love not the world, neither the things that are of the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, which is Yahweh, is not in him, right? So if you love the world, then you are going to accept that Charagma. Relinquishing your literal rights, right? And actively selecting Esau Edom to be your master. That's really what's going to happen here. Right? But as for us, through guidance of the apostles and teachers and the elders sent by Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kakadash, to warn and to teach us, I'm saying this right here, right now, it is here. And also, the Charagma is here because there was people wondering about, and also, it's also here that I can now provide some warning to you from them. This is not my works, this is the works of the Father. And this is the teachings that they brought forth to us. Of course, I being one of them. So I can't stay back here and not do anything about it. Why? Because when you go into Ezekiel, the scriptures say, Ezekiel 3, and verse 17, right? Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of at my mouth, and give them the warning from me. So I can't be this person to receive this knowledge and being quiet, especially seeing that these things happening in my country and happening around the world. I can't be quiet. Then I would be a fool to be quiet and not warn the people. Then I would not love my people. Then I would have hatred for my people if that is the case, which I don't. So as much as Jake tends to stress people out, I love them. But of course the elect is going to receive it, but still, the love I have for you all is the reason why I'm doing this today. And the fear I have for you, how and love I have for him is the reason why I'm doing this for you all today. And when they go into right, it says 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, and I wrote finish chapter 2, it says, right? He answered me then and said, measure thou the times diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And as far as we could see, many of these events taking place is a clear indication that he is and has been. So right now, I'm telling y'all, the fact that it reached that third world country and it's been implemented, it has been implemented, and now the system just has to, well, they just have to do what they need to do to bring it up into fruition, or bring it up and running. It already shows you what time we are in. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, that is basically what it is, and I would like to close off there, because honestly, it's a indeed a scary situation for those who are unlearned. As for me, who are still travailing to interpret the scriptures, who are still citation that have approved, who are still learning the truth, I had to say to what how far allow me to receive the truth and reaching into the right groups, because who knows what would have happened if I was to remain learning under the wrong groups, right? And I don't know why. I mean, I guess when let me just read this last part, because this is to the other groups who disagree and who want to add in Esau and all them nonsense. We know who is talking about. One of them being a group that I used to listen to before Yahweh pulled me out of that bout nonsense and have me into the truth, to be exact, which are talking about IUIC, right? And that's one of the reasons I really come into the truth as well. Hearing Matasabat speak, and will not speak, but learning the breakdown, speak about the breakdown, dealing with the mark of the beast, and how he rebuked Bishop Nathaniel, and there was no reply to that. That already gives you a clear indication who really is in the truth, to be exact. So, when you go into Romans chapter 11 and verse 78, I was going to read those last two and I'll close it off from there. It says, what then? Israel had not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it, and the rest were blinded. And in 8 it says, according as it is written, the Most High had given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they could not see, and ears that they could not hear, unto this day. So, of course, I don't know how he isn't seeing. I'm sure he is seeing it, but I don't know if he chooses to be in denial, or like the brothers or my elders say, take the bag. Who knows? Or he just chooses to ignore it because of pride or whatever the case is, but it is what it is. As for the other people who are following him and choose not to come out, especially some of them will get to know the truth and choose not to come out. Okay, we can't fight out with you. It's for you all to catch at the end of the day. So, I hope things work out with that. So again, let's close this lesson off by giving all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Yakakadash. We give double honors to the apostles and prophets and teachers who rule well. And peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect, as well as the like-minded brothers who speak the like-minded truth. Shalom to them as well. And this is your brother, Chazak, finishing off this lesson with dealing with the mark of the beast. I hope it was indeed edifying, and I hope you all get some edification and some understanding. So yeah, Shalom.